Hi everyone, I'm going to shoot the latest course report, so February 2025 course report. As you can see, I'm in the sheds at the minute. It's a bit grim out there. Obviously I'll venture out there in a minute to cover a few areas that I want to talk about in this month's update, but for now, obviously we do the weather and then we go through our normal subjects like we normally do, just to keep you all updated of what's going on our course. So if you touch on the weather, February has continued like January really. Okay weather rain wise, but it's been blooming cold, real cold, especially the last sort of 3-4 weeks. We've had this easterly wind coming in off the sea that's really made it cold. So growth 0, recovery 0, not great to work in, not great to play golf in, but it has been worse. For where we are late February, I think today's the 20th of February, we've been in a lot worse places than where we are right now. So yes, we can moan about the temperature, but on the other hand, we've got to be quite thankful about certain other things. So March is less than 2 weeks away. I know March isn't guaranteed to be nice, but it is sort of like you've turned a corner, you're getting near the spring, you're getting near the golfing season, getting near the warmth and our shorts. So we're all looking forward to that. Anyway, crack on with the course report. I will go outside. Hopefully the wind doesn't play too much havoc with the microphone. But I'll run you through your normal subjects, a few little areas I want to show you, talk about normal type stuff, and then we'll do a shoot little video at the end to conclude. Alright then, hope it all makes sense, and I hope you enjoy the report. So I'm going to cover the greens on this month's course report, much the same as last month. I'm quite pleased with their appearance, their condition and their playability. Pretty clean on the whole, a few scars still on 1 or 2, pretty much the same as I said last month really, putting green and 11 being the worst 2, but on the whole I'm actually really pleased with the greens. I wouldn't normally stimp them this time of year, but we had a college assessment for 2 of the lads early part of this week, and I had to do a stimp reading, and they were stimping at 9.5, so for February that's pretty good. That's quite nice. Obviously we're carrying on with our maintenance on the greens, with verti draining and things like that. We're actually out this morning putting a little feed on them just to give them a little boost, because the week after next we have our maintenance, which is quite intrusive, where we hollow core, verticut and top dress. So yeah, watch this space for that one. Week commencing the 3rd of March. Hope the weather's nice. But on the whole, I'm pleased with the greens. I'm pleased with how they're all going for the winter so far. Better than most. So I'm standing on the 8th green. Monthly update on the 8th. Always looks worse on camera than it actually is. Not too much has changed between now and last month. It's the wrong time of year to try and grow anything, obviously. But still slowly improving. The fescue's starting to pick up a little bit. This could really do with a core out when we do maintenance weeks. I'm looking forward to doing it in this one. We just need to try and increase the organic matter that's actually in the green. But it is better than last month. Like I say, it doesn't look great on camera. It looks better in real life. You can see the colours sort of going a bit nuts on it, but like I said before, we're not going to get rid of that now. So yeah, the 8's still improving, slowly, and when we get some growth, hopefully this will be pretty good. But yeah, I'm still fairly confident with the 8th. We've just got to nurse it a little bit more than the others, but yeah, slight improvement on last month. Not too much has changed, but it is February. It's not the time of year to grow grass, so we're going in the right direction. So one of our big projects this winter was the 11th tee boxes. We've done a lot of work up on 11. As previously described, we did this due to tree roots, lots of them, which was sort of protruding onto the tee, making it quite difficult to actually find a safe spot to play. So give you an overhaul of what we've done on 11. 2 tees originally, a white tee slightly raised with a lower level yellow tee. This has all been converted into one big tee now, which I'm standing on. It's all nice and turfed and growing in quite nicely. It's the biggest tee we've got on the golf course now, but for par 3 is what you want. Shorter the hole, the bigger the tee. I walk down towards the front of it, you'll see the new red tee we've put in as well. That was really unlevel, same problem with the roots, so that's pretty much finished as well. But the big thing we've done on 11 is the installation of a new pathway. So it starts just shy of the 10th green on the right hand side, follows it all the way down the back, so it goes round the back of the tee into the trees, and then will come out just behind the red tee and the winter mat that we're using at the minute. So obviously in the summer doesn't really matter where you go, but in the winter the left hand side of the 10th was getting absolutely annihilated with foot traffic, so next year now this will be a lot easier to manage with a hard standing path. We took that off last Friday and already that area is showing signs of recovery, but obviously if your ball lands down there it's a bit difficult, but not no more. So 11th tee's gone really well, really pleased how this has turned out. It's got a little bit of work to do on the path, red topping to go down on it, but all in all big improvements on the 11th hole. Right, I'm going to show you a quick video on the 6th fairway. When did we do this? September. Dug it all up, levelled it off to a point, don't want it flat, overseeded it, all popped through lovely. Fast forward to February, the birds have gone nuts on it, and it is just the birds. It's not golf, it's birds. So we're in grub season, so all those little leather jackets and our big fat juicy things sitting in the ground, and the birds love to eat them. We've got a lot of pecking on the golf course this year. We've got a little bit of leather jacket damage kicking around in places as well. But where this is soft, where we dug it up, it's an easy dig for the birds. So they're literally coming down and they're just turning it over. Very frustrating for us. We've currently GUR'd this area again, just for playability more than anything else. Not because I'm worried about golfers damaging it. And the golfers certainly haven't done this. It is 100% birds. I was verti draining the 8th fairway the other day. It was very quiet out here due to a bit crappy weather, and I reckon there was like 1,000 birds sitting on this area of the fairway, just literally turning it over. So moving forward, we've not got too much longer now before we start getting a bit of growth, and you'll instantly see recovery. If you actually look down into the grass, there's plenty in there, absolutely plenty in there, but we will overseed this again anyway. The worst areas we're going to have to try and tidy up. We'll put a bit of divot mix and some seed into it to help it boost it along, and then as the season goes on and the grubs get less and less, this will improve. Take you onto a bit of what I'm talking about, take you onto a bit of fairway we didn't do, and you'll still see the pecking. It's all over the fairway. Scan you in on a worse a bit, like here. Now that's not an easy dig for the birds, although it's a bit unsightly. It doesn't actually look that bad. They're doing exactly the same thing on that. It's only where it's soft. So we've got a bit of repair work to do in here, but it's purely the birds. There's nothing I can put down. Bird scarers won't work really. They will for a little bit, but they soon get used to it. And obviously I can't have anything too noisy because we've got to think of the golfers when they're out here as well. But the 6th fairway again sort of looks worse than it is because of the birds. We have got a bit of repair work to do, but once the season starts and we get some growth and some recovery, yeah, I'm pretty confident this fairway will be like the others that we've done and turn out good. So that's what's going on the 6th. So I'm standing on the 10th fairway. One of the main reasons why we have not had one closed day this winter so far, where all other local clubs have, is because we do this. Dirty draining. Painful, slow, takes over a day to do some holes. But what this does is it breaks up the compaction in the fairways, in the soil, to basically allow water to get down and away from the surface, which is why we've got buggies out, which is why we've remained open. Obviously when it gets to a point, this won't help, but luckily, touch wood, so far this year we haven't got to that point, so it has made big difference. And obviously this is the 8th year we've done this, so we literally go wall to wall on this. So we do all the rough, we do the semi, the fairways, the tees, the approaches, everything gets done. And the whole process probably takes about 6 weeks, travelling at 1.2 kilometres an hour, whatever it is. It's very slow, but very beneficial. So if you do see the man out there in the tractor, we do take it in turns in the tractor because it is such a boring job. But if you do see him out there, sort of give him a wide berth. We don't want him being pelted with golf balls, because this is something that we can't not do really. Massively beneficial. You know, even in the summer months, you notice the benefits because water can get down and hydrate areas where you'll see the bits that we don't do. So yeah, hugely beneficial. Big part of our winter works. So I'm back in the shed now. I don't need to be out in the course for this bit, but I've shown you a few areas that I wanted to show you for this month. Winter works pretty much coming to an end. It's got, say, a few little sort of snagging bits to do in a few areas. I've had a few people ask me when they will be open for, and everything is geared for the Masters mid-April. So the 6th tees, 11th tees, first bunkers, that type of thing, all for around them. We've still got absolutely loads to do. You know, stuff that something might not be visible to some, but you know, we've got most of the machine servicing done now. There's a couple of little ones to do. Irrigation audit, we started that now. That's huge for an ageing system, should we say. So we're trying to sort of preempt anything before we fire that up, which won't be long, next week or so. Week after next we've got maintenance. That's huge. We'll do what we've done the last few times, which works really well. We'll close the front 9 on Monday and Tuesday, and then we'll open that back up and shut the back 9 on Wednesday, Thursday. Hopefully, all being well, it's all finished by sort of Thursday afternoon. And then obviously we've got the growing season soon. You know, it all depends on the weather. Obviously, that could start sort of next month potentially. So yeah, we've still got quite an extensive list to do before it actually gets going. But as you know, I've spoke to many of you in the past before, I call winter our busy time. Summer's when we get a chance to sort of wind down a little bit and sit on the mothers. But this time of year we're still digging down holes and things, so we're still very busy. But to conclude on the course report, for where the golf course is in mid to late February, I'm very pleased. The way it's playing, the way it's performing. We say we've still got no closed days, touch wood. We've still got buggies out. We're still getting a ridiculous amount of rounds of golf. 250 plus rounds at a weekend, which is nothing out of the ordinary in June. But you do notice the impact on the golf course. this time of year when you've got no recovery, tee boxes get hammered and things like that. But to still be able to accommodate that amount of people is brilliant. And massive hats off to all the lads for all the hard work they do. Not too much more I need to say this month really. I hope it all makes sense. I hope I've covered all the areas that need covering, and maybe answered a question or two that you might have had. But if not, as always, come and see me. Come up to me on the course, ask me whatever you want. I'll talk to you about whatever you need to, whatever you want to talk about. Or as normal, go through the office or pop something on one of our social media links. All right then. Yeah, that's the end of the report. I will obviously do one next month, and hopefully I'll, we're a bit further on in the season. All right then. Cheers, watching. Bye bye.